After you run a while, it really starts impacting you. That's where you really find out what you're made of. Your body will be completely exhausted. It's your hardest moment. You're in the dark and oftentimes alone. Don't quit. Don't quit in that moment. People often liken life unto a marathon, and after you've done a few, you realize that marathons aren't really that hard, but life is. And then as I began to train for the Ironman, I said, well, life certainly is much like an Ironman, except now I realize on the night before it that, God willing, tomorrow night, at this time, I'll be done. Life is just that. The race that has no mile markers. No medals, one that has no podium, one that oftentimes has no trophies, one that oftentimes has nobody to cheer for you. How do you go mile after mile after mile, sometimes with no hydration, in metaphor, no electrolytes, there is no nutrition, there's no one. How do you endure that? Life is a race that doesn't stop. You wake up day in and day out. Your burdens don't lighten. Your struggles don't get easier. Your financial challenges don't improve. Nothing gets easier. But somehow you have to find the strength and the courage to keep going. How do you do that? How do you move based on some idea, maybe, a goal? I've often reflected on what made Romans conquer. Why did the Romans conquer so much of the world? To them, Rome was not a place or an empire. It was beyond the emperor and the geographic boundaries of Rome or the Roman Empire. It was an idea. It was an ideology. They thought that they were strong and honorable. And so they wanted to spread strength and honor. As I trained for this race, I had to dig deep and find out what my ideology was. What is my role? I often reflect on the words of Max Lucado. In this great orchestra we call life, we all have an instrument and a song, and we owe it to God to play them both sublimely. The soundtrack to your life may be full of dissonance and sour notes. It may be indeed a sorrow chant. Musical scholars believe that the melody to Amazing Grace was a West African sorrow chant of slaves transported across the Atlantic Ocean. And yet that melody inspires hope for millions around the world today. Perhaps your melody, regardless of how dark or full of sorrow it may be, with the right lyrics, can inspire millions around the world. Don't give up.
made some comments earlier before I actually started the race about never quitting on life. Sometimes it'll be so painful for you. Don't quit. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on trying. Face another day. Don't kill yourself. Nothing's worth it. No pain will last forever. Don't make a permanent decision based on temporary circumstances. And if you get to that point when you get so low, hit me up on Instagram. We'll talk.